Hola desde la Feria de Abril in Sevilla, España. How currently my trip in Sevilla, Spain has transformed my whole perspective on the world and how it continues for me to elevate as a human being, as an entrepreneur, as a person in my personal growth and development. It reshapes my personal growth mindset as an entrepreneur as we move towards the future. One thing about the Feria is a yearly celebration in Seville, Spain that continues to showcase unique foods, unique dances, people dressed up in suits and ties and amazing dresses, which continue to show a lot of the culture throughout Spain that continues to be showed towards the future. There's a huge community celebration where casetas continue to promote growth and development within the community and bringing people together through the celebration. There's a lot of preservation of tradition that you usually see within the culture. They continue to showcase a lot of the traditional messages and culture and way of life that they've had for many decades and centuries that they continue to use towards the future as we have new ideas and new things coming. They still have a sense of that traditional lifestyle as it was before, of people of multi-generations and culture. And you see a lot of the singing and dancing without that event continues to show a lot of celebration and people coming together for a common goal of just having a sense of community and celebration of life in the community each and every year. And one thing I enjoy is seeing people from different diverse backgrounds and ages coming together. You're seeing somebody's great-grandmother, grandmother, mother, son, and grandchildren, all of them working together, whether that's walking down the street holding hands, or is that them continuing to enjoy the music and dancing together, just acknowledging each other's presence. It's so important to see that this is a perspective you don't see much with the United States. You see a lot of people being more individual. They don't have less people just enjoy themselves, eating dinner, family dinner, having traditional foods and customs that's been passed down for generations. I feel like that is something that we need more of within our different cultures, is have a sense of family and connection and bridging the gap across generations, which can be lost if people don't continue to know where they're from. They don't know where they're going. So you can learn from the people that have been there before us and just enjoying each other's presence while they're here, so that we are able to just make life more fulfilling and greater for people of all. We have a greater sense of community and family, having each other's backs and just showcasing information and ideas. One thing I love about Sevilla is that they have more of a work-life balance culture. They're not really trying to work just to make all this money. They'll work so that they can have the more freedom to have more time with their friends. My brother mentioned that most of the time throughout the days, they have Sundays where most of the businesses are off, and there's some days throughout the week where, like on between 1 and 3, where they close their businesses just so they don't make money, but just so they have more time with their family. They enjoy having those family dinners, having those family outings, like walking in the park, walking alongside the river, eating together. That's something that they enjoy, having more of a work-life balance than traditional Americans might have, where they're just a work culture. They have more of a work and enjoy culture. They don't want to have too much necessarily money just so they have it. They want to be able to have time with their family and their loved ones, which they spend a lot of time with each other. This shows how I can be able to showcase more content within my family and with my community to show I can spend more time with them, but also provide value to people at the same time. It's a great sense of community, which I really enjoy being a part of as I'm a part of the Feria, and just showcasing that energy towards the people I love within my life. And it just showcasing people just having a sense of pride within their community, which is something that might be lost within people because they don't really relate to the community. There's a lot of people just living in blocks, but the city is so connected with small streets, different cultures. You see the history of the past, where people take appreciation towards the future. So they're able to preserve these historical monuments, preserve these traditions, so that people can continue to just utilize that towards the future and just have a better sense of the world. Sometimes I see a lot of these practical applications I can apply to my life. It can include having more of a community-centered approach throughout what I'm doing. If I'm just doing business but not being able to just help other people build a sense of community, then I'm just putting people in a room. If there's no purpose and no intention of what I'm doing with my business or my life, then it's not really helping people. I want to be able to put people in a room where they have a sense of community, a sense of belonging, a sense of culture that people want to be around each and every time they experience an event every time they experience this information, I want them to be able to share it to their families so that they can learn how to be wealthy, learn how to be able to apply this knowledge and information, not just about money, but having holistic life. It doesn't matter if I have all this money, if I'm not able to have these other good relationships, or my health's not right, or many of these other things, which I'm going to mention each and every video. So it's important to have those things within your life and your situations to reach your goals and where you want to be and what your freedom means to you. I believe in having a lot of celebrations and honoring people's good work within the community. A lot of people don't celebrate their wins, which can go a long way because it's just like you're doing all this work, but you don't really have anything that pays off from having it, like going out to eat or celebrating people's wins, because just showing someone that you appreciate them and showcasing their hard work can go a long way, rather than just seeing somebody do something which really could mean a lot to them just by showing that extra work by taking them out to eat or going to showcase and acknowledge their success can go a long way tremendously as far as the community and as far as the personal development amongst the relationships that you might have. I love how people are able to unplug outside of their cell phones, outside of social media, outside of all the things that you see within the world and just enjoy each other's presence. There isn't as much technology within the actual city within itself, but it shows a lot of the people just enjoying in the moment, enjoying themselves being present. So many people are automated with technology on what's happening elsewhere, what's happening with my friends, what's happening with my family, what's happening with other places. But in here, that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is right in front of you, the people you're spending the time with, the food that you're enjoying, the music that you're hearing as you're walking down the streets, the birds chirping, the people with the beautiful dresses, the people with the nice suits on. All those things are just acknowledging in the moment now and how people are able to just continue to just be in the moment and not have anything be distracted outside of the people that's currently in the space with them, sharing their love, sharing the food, sharing the culture. It's just somewhere that you have a different type of vibe that you don't see in many places. I'm definitely saying Sevilla is one of my favorite dress cities. You see people in the suits, you have amazing dresses, which I love. And being here my second time in Europe, definitely one of my favorite cities as far as dressed up. Had to come out with my suits, had to come with my jacket to make sure I fit in place as far as culture. Another thing as far as this, I'm talking about being a tourism versus being immersed within the culture of Sevilla. I'm someone who really wants to showcase the more authentic part of different places as I visit, so I get it from a unique perspective that's more real and more authentic than just going to the place that's off the tourist activities. Being able to talk to the people and understand what they really love, what they really enjoy, and what the reality is of a city. We see a lot of different places on social media and they see the highlights. They don't show them the reality. I'm someone who doesn't want to just see I don't want to see the highlights. I want to see the reality. I want to take the bus. I want to take the metro. I want to walk with the people. I don't want to just take a taxi or a cab or an Uber everywhere I go. I want to walk the streets myself and get a sense of that environment. So before anyone else just goes anywhere, that you just go and take a walk for yourself and see the places outside of the tourist spots. You might find the local mom and pop shop. You might find a local brewery. You might find a local restaurant that's been around for generations that can show you the real love of the culture of the place that you're visiting, rather than thinking that you see the tourist cafe, that's reality. No, I don't want to see an American company. I'm not here to eat a hamburger. I'm not here to eat fries. I'm not here to eat a hot dog. I'm here to immerse myself in the food and the culture and the wine and all these other things, because I'm over 21, of course. But being able to just showcase myself and immerse myself with the people. I see myself not just observing it, but I see myself immersing it. I look and see what is common, what's supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. It's important to understand doing your research before you get any place, so that you don't offend anyone or you don't disrespect any person or idea that people have, because we need to respect more people for their differences, because that can give us a unique perspective of the world. And if more people just do that, we'll have a better world in general, that we can better connect people and have new ideas as we move through our life. It's so important, like I mentioned, just having that personal growth and able to just be able to observe, because you learn so much by just listening, just by looking, understanding how people do things, and just showing those different things, such as just showing appreciation for learning how to speak the language. Like, I know I speak English, I speak a little bit Spanish, but just from myself going to speak and showcase I'm speaking in Spanish can showcase that I have a better appreciation to people, rather than just trying to force them on what I'm doing and speaking English. No, we're in Spain. I'm going to speak Spanish to them as much as my best ability so I can be able to showcase that I put in the work as far as being intentional with as far as my relationship building, so that I can have a better understanding, a better interaction, so that I can have a better growth as an individual. And you have to get outside of your comfort zone sometimes. So being able to do that so that I can just have a better perspective as not just a tourist, but being immersed in each place I go. One thing I believe that I've learned from Sevilla in Spain is that I can be able to continue to immerse a new culture where people can continue to gather together, like I mentioned earlier, and just have a greater sense of community, have a place where people want to be and have a better sense of purpose. It's okay to have the fast life, but it's also okay to slow things down, have your own perspective, have your own viewpoint. Be in a world where you're not just talking about likes and clicks and follows, but more about where your character, your enthusiasm, and your purpose. Those things is what's going to separate you from just living a life of just being there, but not actually being there, but being a life of fulfillment, living a life of engagement, living a life full of value, which you can truly get from different cultures and communities. And that's the one thing I love about Europe and culture is, well, more about the personal experience, more about the individual person of how they can benefit the world, not just themselves. And more people need to learn from these different experiences, these different people, and understand that their way is not the only way. It's just different, and we appreciate people for their different perspectives. And the one thing I just love is just being able to just go outside, go on a walk, go find bike lanes for me to bike with my brothers, go and continue to eat food and enjoy that amongst each other, because it's not just about myself, but it's about how I can make this world a better place and how I can impact more people. If I'm not doing those things, then I'm not reaching my truest potential. And that's the most important thing, is just providing value to those other people that's in your life, and whatever your dream is, taking those steps in the right direction. And I believe immersing yourself and exposing yourself to new people, new ideas, new cultures, where you can learn from those people so that you can make the best decisions, make the best choices, that you can figure out what you truly want to be remembered for and what you want your life to be when you leave this earth. Like I mentioned, you're going to add to society, or you're going to leave, be someone that takes from society. And I believe that just being able to add on to someone else's life as far as inspiration, as far as culture, as far as imagination, that's the pillar that we can continue to grow within our communities. And that's something I enjoy. And thank you all for checking out my video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at CoreyPhillips3. Make sure to subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this video. And I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.